Hi there, it's Ashley here with my Not Too Shabby design team project for this week. I'm going to be making some cute little planner clips or bookmark clips, whichever you prefer. And so they are Halloween theme. I think that they are so precious to pop in your planner, or if you're reading a book, you can pop them in your book. So I'm going to show you guys how I went about coloring them and making them. So I'll hold each of them up so you can see they are sparkly and mega cuteness. So I'm going to try to move them around so you can see some of the glitter from the Spectrum Noir glitter pen. So there's that little cutie dressed up as a pumpkin and a little witch. And on the back they are white so you don't see any of the coloring coming through. And then this little mummy is so precious. And then there's a little dinosaur guy. And then my favorite is the little unicorn. How cute. So these are all from one stamp set, so I'm going to show you the products I used to make these, and then I'll get right into the process video. If you do head over to make a purchase in the Not Too Shabby shop, you can use my coupon code CraftyGirl to save 10% on your order. So this is the stamp set that I used. It's called Costume Party, and I love all the little guys. They each have little interactive bits that can go with them, and I love the little toilet paper that can go with the mummy. There is also coordinating dies that you can purchase separate, and that would make making these clips super easy. I, however, just do some fussy cutting to cut them out, but I will link the coordinating dies below as well in the description box. And then I also use my Spectrum Noir glitter pen, and as you can see, it makes them so glittery, and it just adds a perfect little finishing sparkle to them. So let's get started with the process video. First up, I'm going to stamp out my little images. I'm using Memento Tuxedo black ink, and I'm using the Recollection 60-pound cardstock paper. I'm going to stamp out 2 of them so that I have one backing and one front image. So I'm just going to stamp out 2 of them. So I've got my little pumpkin guy, the little witch there, the mummy, and then I'm going to stamp out the little dinosaur, and then also the little unicorn one. And that little unicorn one could definitely be for any time of the year. I'm leaving that one all year in my planner. So I'm just going to color one of each of the images. So the first one I'm doing is the pumpkin, and I'm using YR07. Then I'm blending that out with YR04. And then I'm using YR14. And I do go back in with the YR07 just to blend it out a tiny bit. For his little stem there, I'm using E59, 57, and 55. And then for his skin, I'm using E11 and E00. And then I use R20 just to give some blush on the cheeks. For his hair, I use E59, E57, and E55. And I'm just doing a blend for the hair. For the little witch, I'm going to use purple, so I'm using V17, 15, and V01, and I'm just blending that out on her little hat and also on her little dress. She is so cute, and there is a little broom in this set too that you could have her holding. Then for the green part, I used V06, 03, and 00. For her skin, I'm using E15, E13, and E11. And then I go in with R20 for some blush on the cheeks. And then for her hair, I'm using E59, E57, and E55. And I'm not doing the flicking motion. I'm just doing a nice simple base coat of each of the colors and blending them out. Then for the little mummy, for the skin, I'm using E18, E15, and E13. And then for the little mummy outfit, I'm using W3, and I'm just doing a little shading on each side of the little toilet paper or the fabric that makes up the little mummy costume, just to give it some accent. For the little dinosaur, I'm using YG06, YG03, and blending it out with YG00. And then I'm using for the skin E11 and E00 and R20 for some blush to the cheeks. And then for the unicorn, I'm using W3 for the darkest portion and blending it out with W1. And then E11 and E00 for the skin. and some R20 for some blush on the cheeks, and I also use that color for the inside of the little nose. And then I use R20 and R30 for the little part of the unicorn nose. For the tail and the mane part, I use BG13 and BG10. Then for the pink, I use RV04 and RV02. And then I use a purple color combo, which is BV13 and BV01. And I think that one's so, so cute. And then I go back for the dinosaur. I forgot to do his little spikes, so I used YR07 and YR02. And then I just added a few accents with my white jelly pen. And now we're ready to cut them out. So as I said, there is coordinating dies for this. I will link those below, but I'm just going to cut them out with my fussy cutting scissors. These are just sewing scissors that I use. And so I'm going to cut out each of the little images and just leave a little bit of white around them. I love fussy cutting, so I totally don't mind cutting these out. And then I'm going to cut out the backing for each of them for the little clip. And now I'm just doing the little witch and the little mummy. And these were actually fairly simple to fussy cut out. They weren't too bad, considering that they're a smaller image. And now I'm just doing the little dinosaur. He would be so cute if he was colored up pink with a little bow. I'm going to have to make one of those. And then this little unicorn. And then the little mummy. The little dinosaur and the unicorn. And as I said, I'm totally going to use that unicorn one all year round because I just would love to be a unicorn. So now I'm going to take my clips, and I love to use colored clips. It just adds a little pop of cuteness. So I'm just matching kind of the colors up. I'm going to use pink for the unicorn and green for the dinosaur, white for the mummy, purple for the witch, and then I'm going to use black for the little pumpkin one. So as you can see, I'm just showing how I'm going to put the planner clip in between the white piece of cardstock and the top piece. So I just lay it on there, and there is our clip. It's super easy, and I have shown this in a ton of videos, but in case this is your first time seeing me make them, I thought I'd always just share it again so you can see. And so I'm just adding some hot glue gun, and I'm just adding some glue there with the clip and the little mummy. And that way the backing is white. If I was to not put the backing on, you would see the coloring coming through, and it doesn't look as nice on the other side. So last one here. And now it's time to glitter these babies up. So I'm going to use my Spectrum Noir glitter pen and just put a ton of sparkle on their little costumes so they just glitter. And I will link the Spectrum Noir glitter pens below as well. So I'm just holding each of them up. So that is my project for this week. I hope that you enjoyed. As always, I will link the products below. And if you head over to the shop to make a purchase, you can use my coupon code. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.